So what is an MVC framework? Let's start with a framework. A framework, when you're talking about programming, is, well, if you're anything like me, you started with a blank slate. You started with just an empty index .php file or index.html file, and you started from there and you grew the application. But what if there was a way to have just world-class programmers that could write a bunch of code for you that's usable over and over again, that they could just say, here, I wrote this, it's secure, it works great, you could start from this and you don't have to start from scratch. That's exactly what a framework is. There are many, many, many talented programmers out there who've developed these frameworks for us to use, and when you come into them at first, they can be daunting and overwhelming, and you don't understand how they work, and it can make it really difficult to just jump into an application and do it. So although it can speed up production for a team, if you've never used a framework before, it can slow you down. And so I wanted us to build this simple framework so that we understand how it works on the inside, or at least how our framework would work, and we would understand when we start going to other frameworks, possibly how they work on the back end as well. And so that's a framework, whether it's a CSS framework like Bootstrap or a PHP framework like CodeIgniter or Swift or something like that. It's just a group of code. It's a bulk of code that has been written and just distributed that you can take and use in your applications. So our goal in this series is to make our own framework that we can either use for educational purposes to learn more about organizing our code and becoming a better programmer, and also learning a little bit of object-oriented programming along the way. Or you can simply build this and have a lightweight framework that you can start from to build your own applications with.